Seth accidentally cut his finger while cooking, but to his surprise, there was no injury at all. To verify it, Maggie grabbed his hand and made another cut. Still, no wound appeared. Maggie was shocked.
I cut you.
It turned out Seth was an angel. Though he looked human, he had no sense of taste or pain, and ordinary people couldn't see angels. Only those near death or pure-hearted children could sense their presence. That day, Seth went to the hospital as usual, because a patient in surgery was about to die. Dr. Maggie was still trying hard to save the patient.
He's going.
He's not going anywhere.
Her determined gaze shocked Seth, but the patient still passed away. Maggie felt deeply frustrated. She delivered the bad news to the family. Watching them cry in sorrow, she blamed herself, believing the death was her fault. Since that day, she avoided the operating room, refusing to pick up the scalpel again. Seth noticed her change. He wanted to help her regain her confidence. So Seth asked another angel, "How can a human see an angel?" Carl told him healthy people can't see them, unless the angel chooses to reveal himself. But doing so would cost him some of his power. After hesitating, Seth decided to appear before Maggie. When she saw the stranger outside the delivery room, she asked if he was visiting someone.
Yes.
Well, who are you visiting, Mr. Messenger?
You.
Seth spoke of Maggie's recent struggles, saying the surgery was just an accident.
It wasn't your fault, Maggie.
I wanted him to live.
He is living, just not the way you think.
Maggie realized he was trying to comfort her. She found his perspective on death curious. Seth encouraged her to overcome the shadow and help more people in need. Maggie changed the subject, saying the hospital had closed for the day. She warned Seth to leave soon, or security would take him away. She turned and walked off, but when she looked back, Seth had already disappeared. Maybe it was Seth's encouragement. Maggie began to recover, returning to her work. One day in the library, Seth sensed Maggie's presence, so he appeared again.
It's nice to see you again.
Maggie was happy to see him. She asked what job he did. He said he was an angel. Maggie thought he was joking. They talked for a long time. As Maggie had work that night, Seth walked her back to the hospital. She showed him the lab, talking about the microscopic world. Seth told her stories of the universe. As they grew closer, an emergency call rang from the ward. Maggie rushed to help. The oxygen tube had clogged, but the crisis was resolved. After she left, Seth gently soothed the patient using his powers. But as he turned to leave, the patient suddenly called him back.
I can't see you, but I know you're there. Go back and tell him that I'm not going. Not yet.
Maggie found Seth was gone. She felt a deep sense of loss. Only then did she realize she might be in love with him. Later, Mason, now recovered, was released from the hospital. His family threw a party. Maggie was invited. Seth came to introduced as Mason's friend. As he played with Mason's daughter, Mason's wife snapped a photo of them. When Maggie looked at the picture, she saw only the little girl. Seth was nowhere in the image. She remembered what he had said. He was an angel. She went to Seth and asked him who he truly was.
Why do you wear the same clothes all the time? Why won't you give me your phone number? Why don't you ever touch me?
I don't want to hurt you.
Don't hurt me.
Then she brought him home and asked him to help cook, which led to the scene we saw at the beginning. Maggie was shocked again.
What are you?
Seth told her everything. He said he had fallen deeply in love with her, but Maggie still couldn't accept it.
Get